Hello, I'm in front of Carnegie Hall, which currently has a weird scaffolding thing in front of it. However, I'm also in front of the 7th Street subway station because today we're going to see New York City's reincarnated useless train. So now, some history, and you'll see you on board. The history of this reincarnated useless train goes back to 1963, when proposals were first made for a subway tunnel under the more northern parts of the East River. Proposals originally called for a tunnel on 76th Street in Manhattan, but this was soon revised to 63rd Street. The plan was to finally resolve the transit desert of Southeast Queens by running a line from Midtown through the new tunnel, super expressing on the Queens Boulevard line, and ending up in Southeast Queens. The tunnel was also supposed to carry Long Island Railroad trains to a new terminal in Manhattan, which is now Grand Central Madison. Construction soon started in 1969 and was completed in 1976, the delay partially being due to having to bore through a fault line. Then, problems began. The Southeast Queens line was delayed, the LRR extension was indefinitely put on hold, and bureaucracy delays as well as flooding caused the tunnel to not open until 1989. However, when it was opened, it was given the nickname the Tunnel to Nowhere, as the line just dumped you at 21st Street Queensbridge with no onward connections. This was the first version of the useless train. However, in December 2001, the tracks linking the line to the Queens Boulevard line opened, and finally the useless train was gone. In 2023, Grand Central Madison opened, and both tunnels, both the upper and lower levels, were finally actually being used. However, the tunnel needs work done on it, as the tracks and signals have decayed quite a lot since its opening. So, on August 28th, 2023, the train to nowhere was brought back. New York's useless train returned, the new F Shuttle train, which ran from Lexington 63rd Street to 21st Street Queensbridge, stopping at Roosevelt Island and serving the tunnel. So now, let's go ride that. Alrighty, I arrived at Lexington 63rd down there, but they are doing track work on that 63rd Street tunnel track, so here's our F Shuttle train arriving into Lexington 63rd. And two things to note, they actually have signs that say F Shuttle on the trains, and they made a sign above the platform. So that's cool. I'm gonna hop on board, take this down to Queensbridge, ride the full thing, then come back to Roosevelt Island to show you a really, really cool station, and then we'll do a little bit of exploring about Roosevelt Island. So, getting on this train now. Shuttle, see? Alright, cool. See ya at, this is kind of interesting. The train is supposed to leave at 2:30, 2:24, and we are pulling that way, which is not the way towards Queens. So, I don't know why, but people just got in on the train. We're pulling towards 6th Ave, which is interesting. The track is open, but this is not where the train is supposed to go. I think, more likely than not, they're just taking it out to the station to lay up, but I don't know why they let people on. But yeah, I have no idea. We're currently going the wrong direction. So, what will happen? Who knows? Okay, update. We're back at Lexington 63rd. We just pulled back towards Manhattan, sat for a few seconds, then came back. Don't know why. But we're now heading, and the signs do say to 21st Street Queensbridge, so they do know. So now we are recreating the same train service that existed in the 80s as the train to nowhere. So I'll see you at 21st Street Queensbridge. Okay, we are at 21st Street Queensbridge. There's the free shot of the bus sign. This is a pretty cool station, and it's nice that they are using it as a terminal station instead of just like running a big shuttle back and forth from Manhattan to Roosevelt Island. But Roosevelt Island's cool, so we're gonna go there now. But yeah, this is 21st Street Queensbridge, and seemingly they're not doing the weird pull out of the station to lay up thing. So yeah, see you one stop down that way at Roosevelt Island. Welcome to Roosevelt Island. I'm going to get a thumbnail shot, and then we're gonna explore the station, review it, and head up to the island to explore. This is the station. It's cool because it's very, very deep. Because actually, parts of the station, each end, are under the two channels of the East River. Also, side note, I would imagine that the F Shuttle train is why there's no one here. Usually the station is pretty packed. No one else got off with me. And coming towards Queens, only two people got on. The station itself, though, very cool. I would imagine, though, most island residents are electing for the tram or the ferry to get into Manhattan during the shutdown. But for now, there's another escalator, and then we're up on the island, and we can explore. Alrighty, hello, I'm sitting at the Starbucks near the train station because it is raining and I don't want to walk when it's raining. It is starting to subside though, so I'll go explore in a bit. So now with some ASMR rain in the background, here are my thoughts on the F Shuttle. First off, it's great that they're running something because it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for them to just say take the tram, and that would be a bad idea because the tram just doesn't have as much capacity as the F train. That being said, it's still not a great execution. I do realize that it's very limited by the fact that you can only have trains on a single track at a single time. But there are two solutions to that. First one, why don't you just run trains to 57th Street? Because there's definitely time to. The trains are running every 20 minutes, which is awful, but seems to be working fine when it's just a shuttle service like this. And there's probably somewhere around 10-15 minutes of buffer time in that every 20 minutes. So you can easily run the train the extra 3-4 max minutes to 57th, and then that way you at least serve Midtown, and you also keep the connection to the Q at Lexington 63rd. But and also, I actually just ran into a friend of mine who lives on Roosevelt Island, and she said, like, it's kind of just bonkers, because she said, because I'm here about a month and a half after they started this, but when they started it, according to her, like, the signs were, like, all different. Like, for example, at Herald Square, you're getting to the Queens part, the F, you take the F, to here you take the Q to the F. But there was, like, no signage for that. That's a kind of an issue. Of course, they have rectified that now, but it's still very complicated. So overall, not an awful idea, but not amazingly well executed. Like they should have sent it to 57. That being said, I still find it very, very impressive that they're even getting their act together to run something at all, and for that, I commend them. However, they definitely could have made it a little bit better. So now, without any further ado, exploring Roosevelt Island in the rain. Alrighty, so unfortunately I didn't really have time to explore, but I now have the entire upper deck of this NYC ferry boat to myself. Yay! I also have my helmet out because I'm on a bike from the ferry dock. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.